Monday, that means at the 7 o'clock hour, it's time to talk to Donald Trump. He joins us every week at this time. Mr. Trump, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You just heard from Doug Luzader setting the table. The Democrats in the Senate say, look, when the Republicans take over in January, we won't have the majority, so we're going to do it now. Even though this has already gone through the Department of Justice, this administration says don't do it. Why are the Democrats doing it?
Well, they're doing everything. I mean, they're doing everything they can. A lot of things will change after January. We'll see if that happens. The Republicans have to get tough, and they have to know what they're doing. And, you know, look, I'm a Republican, but they've got to finally get tough. Now they're going to have the majority for the first time in a long time. Actually, for the first time since Truman, it's the biggest and the strongest voice they're going to have. So that's going to be interesting. So not just this, a lot of things are going to be happening over the next period of time. But I guess the Democrats want to do whatever they can do before it ends, and it's going to end in January.
But, you know, this isn't the only information. We also let go six Gitmo guys into Uruguay and are letting them free. We also just let a Taliban commander back into Pakistan. And then we have to reveal all our CIA interrogation tactics. Are we trying to lose Donald Trump?
Yeah, we are. We have a death wish. The country has a death wish. This whole thing on torture not working, torture not working. Well, for 5,000 years it's worked, but now it's not working. I mean, torture is terrible, it's horrible, it's violent, but we're living in a violent world. You know, it's interesting. I was telling somebody the other day, we used to talk about medieval times where people would chop off heads and all of the things and would say how vicious it must have been. Well, we're living in those times. I mean, we have the same things happening that we used to read in stories and in accounts of what took place thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, where things were so violent. What's more violent than what we have right now? It's no different.
But we're not doing that. We're not chopping off heads. We keep people up for a while. We'll play loud music and sleep deprivation. We have all this stuff's been chronicled and okayed by the Justice Department, and now we're turning on ourselves.
That's right. We're using sleep deprivation. They're using chopping off heads. I mean, it's.
But then
you tell me. By the way, you tell me who's going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Trump, a little while ago you mentioned the word tough. And now as we're seeing these techniques in contrast to the decapitation of our own, Hillary Clinton, who could have a strong shot at being in the White House in 2016, she said that we should empathize with the enemy this week. Take a listen.
This is what we call smart power, showing respect even for one's enemies, trying to understand and insofar as psychologically possible, empathize with their perspective and point of view.
We empathize with our enemies? Is that one of the keys to winning?
Well, if you think she's trying to understand, well, they want to blow up Israel. They want to blow up the United States. They want to blow up just about everything that they don't like. And it's a point where it's, these are very, very tough people. And over the years, I've dealt all over the world. I deal all over the world, business dealings and lots of other dealings all over the world. And they respect toughness. Sort of interesting. I hit China, they say, harder than anybody. Nobody hits China like I do, and I respect China. I mean, their leaders are smarter than our leaders. It's very simple. And Business Week magazine comes out with the story. What do the Chinese most want? And one of the top 10 things, anything Trump. Okay? Now, who hits them harder than me? They respect it because they know they're getting away with murder. These are tough people that we're dealing with throughout the world. I mean, really tough. We've got to have a whole different attitude or we're going to be in trouble.
I think the American people don't want to hear that Hillary attitude.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think she blew it. I mean, is she ad-libbing this stuff?
That'll come back to haunt her, not?
Well, I don't know that she blew it on that, but certainly it's not good. I mean, it's just going to be more of the same. These are tough people like we've never dealt with before, and this is not the attitude. If we're going to win, this is not the attitude this country has to have.
Yeah, evil's not worthy of empathy. Just not.
That's very true.
Yeah. By the way, China's economy just moved ahead of ours. We're now number 2.
Way ahead, and they're doing great. And, we have a phony unemployment rate. They keep saying it's in the 5s. It's not in the 5s. It's in the 18s. It's not in the 5s. Everybody looking for a job. You're looking for a job. When you give up, they consider you employed. Mm-hmm. I mean, the numbers are totally skewed, and they're phony. I mean, the unemployment numbers in this country are so false. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody laughs about it. But the president gets away with it, and other politicians get away with it when you look at them. Our real number is probably close to 18%. It could even be higher than that.
Not getting away with it in the midterms, which, they're trying to sweep under the rug.
No, they didn't get away with it there. That's right. I mean, people understand. People are really suffering. There's no question about it. And then we hear these things, and it's very sad. Look, the country has tremendous potential if we had the right leadership. We do not have the right leadership.
Donald Trump, who some think could run for president of the United States, when would you make your decision?
Well, I'm looking. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see who else is running. I think I probably already know the cast. And as you know, Mitt Romney ran, and for some reason he blew it. He just didn't get there. He should have won. That should have been something that I actually think that was an election that was more easily won than running against Hillary. Now, Hillary can absolutely be beaten. There's no question about it. But I actually think the Obama election was an election we had a failed president, and he won. And so I'm a little bit upset with him.
It's always hard to beat an
But it's
incumbent.
going to be interesting to see what happens, who runs, and I'll make a decision at some time in the future.
All right. Donald Trump, thank
Okay.
you very much. See you
Thank you
back
very
here
much.
next Monday.
It's great to have you.
Bye.